respect Tom Cruise.
No, Ted Cruz. I think you're talking about the actor.
Oh.
Yeah,
no,
the guy that
I'm
actually stood up 2
Tom
days against Obamacare. Have you ever heard of him? I mean, the guy that actually was trying to warn us zombies about what was going and is happening. Is there anything? So I need to be checked in because you heard Ted Cruz.
I'm just asking because I feel like you
Operation Northwoods is actually it's unclassified. You could look it up yourself. Check it right now.
All right. Well, I believe myself to be a true American.
Okay, and what does that constitute of?
You're talking about just contradict the American way. And
what is the American way? Just being subservient to what the government tells you to kill your kid, you're going to kill your kid? I mean, is that being a true American, or is believing everything that... Well, I'm saying is that, I mean, are you going to believe everything they say? Do you believe everything you read in the newspaper, too? I mean, I'd like to know what you believe. What is your definition of a good American?
I do not...
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, he's too busy watching Mission Impossible. He's got Tom Cruise on his fucking mind. Hey, I love it, though. Colin, yeah, actually, believe it or not, I wished I was wrong, okay? I wish that I was crazy and this wasn't going on. But like I said, there's FEMA camps. Yes, they're in a bill. It's Bill H.R. 645. There is actually an inmate civilian labor program. I mean, there's worse. There's things I could say that I haven't even got to yet that I mean, if you guys think I'm crazy for that, wow. I think I should stop now because it only gets worse. I mean, we have fluoride in our water, which was first used by the Nazis again. But how about this? You're a great American. Who got us to space? I'd like him to call back if he could. Who got us to space? Werner von Braun, a Nazi who invented the V2. And the V2 killed, I don't know, let's see, 3,000 plus people in England. And then we brought him here and we're like, hey, yeah, you're the head of the space program. Oh, Eric Traub from Plum Island. Have you ever heard of Plum Island? Plum Island is a biological warfare facility right off the coast of Connecticut, and that's where Lyme disease came from. He was a specialist in infecting disease and ticks and placing them off of whether it be an aircraft, dropping it into the sky where it would land on cattle and then get into the human population after consumption. And it was the first biological warfare program. Instead of punishing them, we brought them here, gave them funds, and to this day, Plum Island still works. There's a thing called the Montauk Monster. Look that up. Tell me, if you think that's a normal creature. Either way, they took war criminals, brought them here. Operation Paperclip. That's declassified. Even though I'm an author, I have a book, but some of the information I received from sources in Germany, like the Repulsine from Victor Schellberger, I cannot release till 2020 because the government says it's still classified when they're supposed to declassify it in 2012. So they're still hiding plenty of stuff. And anyone else? Yeah, I mean, I wish you would have brought something up besides my mental health. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm not concerned about that. I'm glad he is, but I think he needs to be checked out, and he's got a little man crush on Tom Cruise. But that's besides the point. I'm going to get back to my story. But, yeah, anyone else want to challenge me, call me in? I love it. I mean, I'd bring it. 773-657-3341, and you're listening to The Truth is Stranger Than Fiction with Pete Wichert on 89.9 FM. Bring it on, baby. Hey, guys, I'm no holds barred. I'm not going to hold it back, and here's another one. I wrote an article for InfoWars. Christians in America study history and fight back against the censorship while we still can, and that draws parallels to the Jewish situation in pre-Nazi Germany and early Nazi Germany. Well, if Christians and former veterans, you think if you're a great American, you think they should be put on a terrorist watch list, and call in and tell me why. I'd love to hear it. But it's the same thing that happened to the Jews. The Jews were warned. They not like they had to leave. I don't blame them for not. but the smart ones got out while they could. And I mean, my God, if this country keeps persecuting people like that, I might head out to, I don't know, Belize, somewhere warm. Get out of Alaska or Siberia. Yeah, so basically, my mental health is great. And Ted Cruz, okay, I brought him up because he's a real person. Tom Cruise is an actor. I'm sure he has a greater impact because today we choose entertainment over politics, and that's where we need to stop. We need to stop worried about what we're doing as far as entertainment, and you should be entertained by fighting for liberty. And to be a true American, you have to be vigilant. We weren't, we fought the biggest country for our independence, the best military. We were a bunch of nobodies. And it was over taxation. It was over having troops come in without. It's over the same issues today. If you look at taking the guns, at the Boston Tea Party, it was over tax. I mean, we're getting taxed out of our mind, and gun confiscation's coming. And I have a caller, and I'm ready to take it. Who am I speaking with?
Yes, this is Anonymous calling.
Hey, what's up, man? Are you part of the movement?
I am. Yes, I am.
Awesome.
I cannot know who this is and where I am, but I'm watching.
That's awesome, brother. I'm a big fan of what you guys do, and I actually, let me ask you something. When's that million man mass march? I'm interested.
It has happened, and it will be happening again in a neighborhood near you.
Really? You mind if you could take a minute and maybe email me some of the details?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
My email address.
Very interesting.
You go on first.
And so the audience knows, it is true.
Thank you.
Man speaks the truth.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate. I wish I was wrong every day I get up. I really do.
A couple of more articles to cite I could mention in my anonymous email that I send to you.
Yeah, I'd love it.
They're watching.
Yeah, I know, man. Trust me, I've had plenty of incidents myself. I got death threats over doing a petition for a former governor. And this guy's going to call in prior and question me.
It is time for you to join the movement, Anonymous. We're everywhere.
I will actually. I'm part of the Resistance United and things like that, and I write for InfoWars, but I don't know how anonymous I am anymore, but I would love to join the movement. I appreciate the invitation. And we are
listening, and we are enjoying your program.
Thank you so much, man. My email address, you could shoot me all those documents at Pete Wichert, Wichert spelled Wichert at att.net.
Thank you, and we are already aware.
All right, thank you, guys. Keep up the great work, man. You're an inspiration for me.
Have a good evening.
You as well. Well, there we go. Hey, Anonymous, they do great things. Honest to God, those guys are at the front lines of every major issue, like Monsanto protesting. And to be honest with you, they've been an inspiration for me. So it's an honor to get a call from such a aware, active citizen, vigilant citizen. And again, it goes back to, like I said, our founding fathers. Man, George Washington wasn't a tactician as far as general. He lost most of his battles. It was perseverance which made this country great. I don't know when we just decided to lay down and let government tell us what to do as far as health care to having plans in case something happens. We're grown-ups. We could take care of ourselves. I think we have enough. Government this, government that. But, yeah, so moving on, back to Tom Cruise, Ted Cruz. Yeah. He is a real guy. It takes a lot of courage to stand up for 2 days and oppose something when most of the people you're talking to didn't even read the bill. Takes a lot of patience, too. And what about having to take a piss or, go to another one? That's got to be hard, just straight up. But he also, he made some good points, and he compared the president to Darth Vader. That's never a good sign. But what he is a real man. And I'm sick of these people where you look in their eyes like, I'm not saying I'm pro-Russian or anything, but I look at Vladimir Putin and I see a leader. I look at Obama and he looks like they told him something and he wants to say it, but he can't. And he looks like he's aged about 50 years since he's been elected, like everyone does. So either they know something extremely bad is going to happen soon, or when you get to president, you literally can't do nothing. And maybe that's why they get pissed off and frustrated, because they have no power. And that's back to what we could do to change that. And to change that, we got to start locally. We got to run for office. I want to run for office. I'm trying to sue the city of Chicago. If there's a constitutional lawyer out there listening, call us. Call 773-657-3341, because I'd like to challenge the constitutional authority on the not the speed cameras, those big box-like ones, but the actual surveillance cameras that are popping up. Like, literally, I have about 6 in my... I can't leave my house without crossing one. And to me, that's unreasonable search right there. They got to look right at me. So any constitutional lawyers out there, anyone else involved in any movements, anyone that has any interest, anything interesting, any activism, things you want to talk about, problems, solutions, bring it up to me, man. Again, my name's Pete Wichert, and it's no holds barred. Let it all out. Whether you hate me, love me, I don't care. Call in. Again, the number 773-657-3341. Yeah, so by being vigilant citizens, right, the government always will push and push and push and push, and if we keep sliding back and sliding back and sliding back, it's like a football team. You keep running the ball, getting 4 or 5 yards a pop, running the ball. You're going to keep running until they stop you, right? You're going to keep pushing along, drive that thing in for a touchdown. Well, that's what they do with us. They push us and push us, see how much we're going to take, and once we stand up, they stop. They pull back, just like in Syria. And we need to start doing that across the board. I mean, and if you're expecting the mainstream media, like others, callers, and other people I spoke with that just feel like, yeah, well, the news says this. Well, the news doesn't make money. The news, pays to put information out. So that's technically, in my book, propaganda. You need to be the news yourself. Grab a camera, report stuff, go out. If you see something suspicious, film it. Stand up. Protest your government. Like I said, if you have qualifications, run for office, sue the city over constitutional issues. Actually be active in voting. Look up your candidates. Don't just vote up because this guy says he's the lesser of the two evils. Because if you were to watch all the political ads, I mean, they both look like they need to go to jail, let alone run any office. So, and if you ever see, it's never paid for by the actual candidate. Some third party that gets basically paid to make attack ads. So I would say trust yourself and trust your gut and research people. Just don't vote Democrat because you say you're a Democrat. Well, look at what these people stand for, because a lot of times they're not democratical. They're not Democrats at all. And then Republicans too. I mean, I'm not gonna let Bush off the hook. I'm not gonna let Hillary Clinton say she's gonna make things worse, because just like we couldn't criticize Barack Obama because of race, it's one thing that is unforeseen. It was like, I was so happy we finally have broken that barrier and elected an African-American president. I thought things would change in Chicago. He's from here. Everything's getting worse in the African-American community. Many of the people I know are very upset. And it's across the board, every single race, culture, religion. And we need to start, really looking at what these people stand for, who's sponsoring before we vote, because we put ourselves in this situation. And we need to deal with we need to dig ourselves out of the hole we made for ourselves. And the only way to do that is to be informed or to do it yourself. Because I'll tell you, Fox, WGN, all those news stations in this area are not going to cover anything important.